Had just gotten out of a relationship. It was 4 years, but it was very on again, off again. I was really having a hard time after the breakup. I was going through a lot of anxiety. One of the biggest things was when I did the values course that you had, and I realized that I felt my values, but I wasn't living through them. I understand when my younger hurt child part is leading my life. So I understand kind of where the pain comes from. I understand when it's leading.
Tell me what was going on in your life before you started.
Had just gotten out of a relationship. It was 4 years, but it was very on again, off again.
Oh yeah.
And much like what you described with yours, I realized that he was just keeping me around, basically telling me what I wanted to hear, but has no intention of actually committing. But I didn't know that at the time. I was sticking around hoping that that would change, but it never did.
Isn't that interesting? And then you had a wake-up call, didn't you?
Oh, yes. So my wake-up call was just realizing why I allowed that for so long, why I put up with what I put up with for so long, and that I deserved better. And I also had this moment of like that Taylor Swift song, I'm the
It's
problem.
me.
Yeah, I had that. I thought, wait a minute, maybe there is a part of this that is me. It's not all just him, because I am the one that accepted it.
What was your Taylor Swift moment? What was the moment where you took ownership? Tell me a little bit more about that.
I would do the thing where I would look up things like what's wrong with him, and I would do like the, oh my goodness, he has
He's
like
a
a personality disorder. That's what the problem is. He has a personality disorder. So how can I better fit him? And I was doing all that stuff, and it just hit me. I just thought, wait a minute, it can't all be him. It just can't be. Some of this has to be my fault.
One of the cool things about what I love to share is that when you really get this, there's really no fault and blame. Like everybody is looking to fault and blame one another. And then they go, wait, is it my fault or their fault? And once you really understand what a trauma bond actually is, you don't use the term fault and blame anymore. You then go, okay, I see my part and my responsibility in it. And now I'm going to take ownership for that. Tell me why you decided to work with me. Why did you jump in and do the cycle breaker portal me over someone else?
I was really having a hard time after the breakup. I was going through a lot of anxiety. I just wanted to call him. I just wanted him there. He was my sense of security, my sense of safety. I knew he wasn't good for me. I wasn't good for him in the moment, but there was just something that was uneasy about the breakup. And so I got looking into that, and then I realized that I probably had a little bit of the anxiety attachment style and
anxious attachment,
and codependency. So you sent me something about codependency. It was a video, I think, and I looked at it and I thought, wow, he just explained me in a way nobody else could possibly explain me.
So you jumped in, and tell me what happened through the process. Any revelations, growth, ahas, breakthroughs that you had that changed things for you?
One of the biggest things was when I did the values course that you had, and I realized that I felt my values, but I wasn't living through them. So I needed to change things in order to actually live my values, so that I can portray it to people so that they know that, oh, okay, these are her values. This is who she is.
This is who she is. Yeah. Interesting. So you weren't really putting out the true, authentic version of you. So what I'm hearing from you is that through those modules and through the coursework, you actually started to shift that. Tell me what's different now. What was the biggest win or breakthrough since you started working with me?
Well, the first one was with my kids. I realized that I wasn't portraying to them that I was there for them in a way that I should be. So I started changing things for them.
Wow.
And they were receptive to that. It's been a lot better with us, where our communication is better, and they've actually started helping me around the house.
A
Yeah.
true cycle break. I tell people, when you do this work, they benefit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
that was the first win, is they've gotten a better version of their mother, and
Yep.
they're stepping up and responding. What else, Miranda?
Another thing is getting like deeper into the work with myself is I understand when my younger hurt child part is leading my life. So I understand kind of where the pain comes from. I understand when it's leading.
How are you feeling now in comparison to where you were before? Are you back together with that guy?
No. Mm-mm.
You actually had the courage to
Mhm.
break free from the trauma bond.
Yep.
That's
Mhm.
huge. What a waste of energy and time and health
Yeah.
and your body and your mind and heart if you were to just still kind of go back, right? And so tell me
Yes.
what's going on in your life right now that you're really proud of.
I've started seeing another guy, and the difference is I actually want to take things slow. Like before, I was always wanting to just rush and just find the guy and just be with the person and have somebody there for me. Now I actually see how I want to take it slow, and I want to bring who I really am into it, so he can see actually who I am and I can see actually who he is before we go further
Wow.
into it.
Wow. So that's
Yeah.
the foundation of a secure relationship. It's not
Oh, yeah.
jumping in to try to get your need filled. It's
Mhm.
let's take it slow and develop and see where this goes. And I'm not going to get drunk off of this person right away.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. amazing.
Codependency is so hard. Oh my goodness.
Well, it's like an addiction, right? Just like a substance, dating emotionally unavailable people where you have to keep longing for them is a form of an addiction. And to break that addiction and choose yourself is monumental, and it's not easy to do it alone, but way to go. So what would you say to somebody who's on the fence? They're in the similar position as you are, and they're like, should I stay? Should I go? What's the answer? Is this person right for me? How do I know for sure? And they're considering working with us to kind of go deeper with it. What would you say to them, and what's the difference between this and traditional therapies that you've done?
I would say you have to. Like, there's just a feeling that you just have to do it. Like, just go for it. And what else do you have? Like, you're going to have to just live your life like this for the rest of your life if you don't. And it's a horrible way to live. Not a nice way to feel. So, yeah, I mean, for yourself, do it.
Beautiful. Thank you.
And thank you for everything.